Name and address for the record, please.
Clayton Cangelosi, 2357 Caddy Drive in Marrero, Louisiana, 70072. I have some corrections from the last council meeting, and y'all stated that Jefferson Parish was at a 16% positivity rate, which is incorrect. And I was actually said that was we got to be careful of fake news. Well, let's give the real news, because that's what we do at Liberty of Lockdown. My radio show, we give the real news. Okay, if we were at 16% positivity rate, that means we would have 69,600 active cases in Jefferson Parish. We don't. We only have, and this is total cases, not active cases, 41,278 cases. Now, how many of those are recovered? I'm not quite sure. I have to look that up. But we're less than, there's only one parish in the whole state that's at 1% or above. Everybody is below. So with the faking of the numbers and the moving of the numbers, it needs to stop. We're not at 16%. It's a scare tactic. It's something that needs to be corrected. You know, we're at 41,278 active cases in Jefferson Parish. Stop taking it off the actual cases are presented. Let's look at the population. You're leaving out half the population. Not how many tests were done in Jefferson Parish. So with that being said, also, with all the restrictions and everything's going on, that was stated here in Jefferson Parish that we're under the governor's orders. That's not true, because there are separation of powers. If that's the case, then all of y'all need to go home, and let's just let the governor be the governor of Louisiana. So that's where there are separation of powers. Y'all have a choice. That's why we elected you guys as our leaders to do your job, to open up Jefferson Parish. Let's get these people. Let's have Mardi Gras. Let's have Jefferson Parish. We actually were planning on something this weekend. We ran a commercial stating that Jefferson Parish President Cynthia Lee Shing canceled Mardi Gras and the council, and we were going to do it anyway. That's what our commercial says. But we actually had to move it because of the weather to another date. So we were going to have something this weekend that we've actually decided not to do because of the weather. And so with this being said, you guys are elected by the people. The people you did not elect the people. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're elected by the people. I said it right. So you work for the people of Jefferson Parish. And I have a question here with a permit process I've been trying to get. You
have 30 seconds.
With Jefferson Parish, that I've asked for multiple permits for my Valentine's Day venture, and was only granted one on this agenda. Actually, I have a lawyer working on getting the other one for me for Valentine's Day. And, you know, I've actually had a second location and multiple excuses made. Multiple excuses of why I couldn't get multiple. And according to code enforcement, I'm allowed multiple permits as long as I apply for them, as long as I pay for them for multiple locations.
Time's up, Mr. Cangelosi. You can wrap, and if Councilman Lee wants to address your concern.
All right, go on.
You know, when this came up at the last council meeting, I made a statement that when you came up at the end of the meeting, that you could just get another location, right?
Right, and I did, and a couple other ones.
Correct. So you've been working with my staffers, okay, right? You've made calls. You've said all kinds of things.
Yes.
Okay, that are untoward.
No.
Yes, it were.
No.
Yes, it were. It was harassment.
No, it wasn't.
It was unnecessary banter when, in fact, we only said get one location.
Right, but I wanted multiple because the location I had.
And so
let him just address your concerns, please.
And so I just listened to everything that you said, right? So it's a continuation. It's a continuation of what you've been doing. Now, I did not have to approve anything for you. Let me be very clear. We tried to work with you, and now you're saying you're going to bring in an attorney to get the other locations, right?
Well, we're working on it.
Okay, you're working on it. I mean, it seems that you're not gracious to the mere fact that we've allowed you to get one. You've attempted to get permits in other locations.
Who are you to allow me? Who are you to allow me?
Okay, I tell you what. I like to revisit that resolution.
Number 40. 43.
Number 43. I'd like to cancel it.
All right. We'll see you in court.
That's fine with me.
Thank you. And I am coming after you as malice. So get your own attorneys, not my tax-paying attorney. Thank you.
Madam Clerk, we can go back to item 43 then.
Okay. A resolution granting permission to Clayton Cangelosi to conduct outdoor sales at 5346 Lapalco Boulevard, Marrero, Louisiana, 772, for the sole purpose of selling Valentine's Day gift sets, baskets, teddy bears, and other Valentine's Day-related merchandise at the above-named location on February 12, 21 through February 14, 2021.
All right, here, guys, for the people that are just joining, you're watching where Byron Lee took revenge against me. And this is my story. I want to talk a little bit about this, and I want to elaborate a little bit about this because I want you guys to see what this guy did. And I want you guys to share this video, and I want this to go viral because what he did was unacceptable. And if he did this to me, he'll do it to you. So I want you guys to see this. We're going to play little clips, and I'm going to start the video over. I'm going to share the screen. Let me get to this part real quick where I can share my screen, and then share here. And then I want you to watch this. And I'm going to walk through this as we talk about this. We're going to walk through this piece by piece because I want you to see how, this is not something that we should deal with on a daily basis. We should not have to go and talk to our councilmen. We should not have to go before our city council and make a statement or any political platform and fear that they're going to take revenge against us. Excuse me. So let's watch this here. Let me get the screen to the size here. So we're going to watch so you can see what I'm talking about here because let's see. There we go. I need to move this so I can start playing here.
Name and address for the record, please.
Clayton Cangelosi, 2357 County Drive.
I'm just going to
council meeting, and
what I'm going to do is let me fast forward to the part to where
we give the real news. Okay, if we were at 278 cases, 1% or above.
So
1% or above.
Let me just real quick. What I was talking here, I was just giving real news and how they were faking the numbers and how they were over elaborating the numbers. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about what Byron Lee did. So I want to fast forward this a little bit.
Cases are presented. Let's look at the
let me jump this. Now here's the part.
Also, with all the restrictions and everything's going on, that
watch this.
Was stated here in Jefferson Parish that we're under the government. That's the case. So that's where to open up Jefferson Parish. Jefferson Parish, we actually were planning to, and so we're.
I'm sorry, I'm jumping through it.
And guys are elected by the people. The people did not people. I said it right. So you work for the people of Jefferson Parish, and I have a question here with a permit process I've been trying to get.
30 seconds.
With Jefferson Parish, that I've asked for multiple permits for my Valentine's Day venture, and was only granted one on this agenda. Actually, I have a lawyer working on getting the other one for me for Valentine's Day. And, I've actually had a second location and multiple excuses made, multiple excuses of why I couldn't get multiple. And according to code enforcement, I'm allowed multiple permits.
Now, let me stop here real quick because it's not code enforcement. It's actually the ordinance states that I can have as many. There's no limit to how many permits I can have here. It's not if there's a limit or not. It's, how can I put this in a simple fact that if I apply for 50,000, if I want to own 20 businesses, who is this council to tell me I can't have more than one business? Having multiple Valentine's Day locations is like having multiple stores. No different than $50,000 Dollar Trees or 50,000 Walmarts or $50,000 Dollar Generals. They're allowed to have these multiple locations. Why am why I'm not? Number two, let's look at this real quick, because the second part is, see this right here, this little document here called the Constitution, that it's still very relevant today to each and every single American, whether you're Republican or Democrat, liberal, conservative, whatever you may be. This document here, and I'm going to put it closer here so you can see it. It's the Constitution. States that I'm entitled to process. Now, when I ask a councilman to bring something to the floor and bring it before the council and a council to vote on it, they don't have to pass it. There is no rules, there's no law, there's nowhere in here that says they have to pass it. But there is an amendment that states I'm entitled to due process. So let's watch this. Finish watching it. Let me finish playing here.
As long as I apply for them, as long as I pay for them, for multiple locations.
Mr. Cangelosi, you can wrap, and if Councilman Lee wants to address your concern.
All right, done.
So I can add myself back to the stream here, because here's the thing. I didn't realize when I asked someone to do their job, that's harassment. It's here. Listen to this guy's words. It's unnecessary banter when you're asking them for help to do their job, to be able to do something to help you as a citizen. That's unnecessary banter. Because if now I'm not lining Byron Lee's pockets with money, oh, that's unnecessary banter. Because I guarantee if I would have slipped $10,000 in his pocket, or $5,000, or even $500 in his pocket, I guarantee you we wouldn't be doing this today. Which I would never do that, because I know it's illegal. He's looking for a bribe. Yes. I guarantee you, this man will take a bribe in a heartbeat, because he's that crooked. Now, he said, go get one location. Let's look at that. Let me pull this up real quick, if you guys don't mind. Just bear with me here a second, because I want you to look at what he said at that meeting. I'm going to have to just give me a second. January 2nd. There's two here. I just got to find the right one. Here it is here. Is this it? I'm blocking here. Yeah. And
We'll now move to persons appearing before the council on
let
special
me
subject matters.
let me
Anybody
fast
who
forward
wants to
this
speak
real
before the
quick.
council on these matters.
Our country. What people don't understand is, I don't care. A lot of soul searching.
I just got to get to the part to where
Or
I need to. Oh, I want you to hear. Okay, let's.
And why did that get?
Okay, so sorry about that. So I want you guys to look at this. I should have had this ready. Let's watch this. Let me get it back on the screen so you guys can see it.
for Valentine's Day sales for me that I do every year. I've been doing for the last 15 years. And why did that get canceled?
We've received a lot of complaints in the area.
He received a lot of complaints. My little bitty Valentine's Day booth store received a lot of complaints. Come on, guys. You think my little bitty Valentine's Day 10 by 10 booth, people, that was on their mind? Come on. Let's finish this.
From constituents who live in that area. What I would, and also the ingress, egress of that area, of that space that you selected is very tight, and there's not a whole lot of room, as you know.
Okay,
So
let's stop here real quick.
If you find
Okay, well,
another location, I'd be happy to approve it if you can just find another location. We're dealing with some.
okay, find another location and he'll be happy to approve it. But I want to go back. Let's look at this. I'm going to pull this up on a map real quick. Let me get my screen to work right here. Let's pull. Here it is. No, this is it. Let me Google. Let's go to maps. Actually, here we go. This is what I want you guys to see, because I want you to see if this looks like. Let me see if I can find it. I had it just a second ago. All right, so this is it here. I want you to see here. Let me make this bigger because you don't need to see me. It's a screen. Don't you see a problem here? He lied again. I mean, you're going to see him lie multiple times. So let's finish this up. Let me get back to, let me zoom out of this here. And let's get back to, Now, actually, I want to rewind because you seen where he said in a statement that was made. Let's go back and I think I took that, I X'd out of that video. Um, let me go back to this one here because I want you guys to, I want you to see this. I just got to zoom in real quick. All right.
Include the comments of how many are recovering as well.
So here's the key thing right here. This was at the meeting before this. I made this statement. I want you to see this because, see, I really believe that they took revenge here on me. I can't prove it, but just an hour before this resolution was set to pass at the January 24th meeting. I think that was January 24th. It was set to pass. Let's watch this.
Starting Liberty a Lockdown radio show that we do every Thursday on WGSO, and we talk about what's going on. Guys, people's lives are being affected. I talk to people every single day. So this is
it. Let me just get to. I'm gonna back this up real quick. I had to find it, but let's let you watch this.
Guys canceled the St. Patrick's Day. I filed a lawsuit against the parish president when she did this, and this is what actually brought off my whole Starting Liberty
Just watch this
radio show that we do every Thursday on WGSO, and we talk about what's going on. Guys, people's lives are being affected. I talk to people every single day. So this is a question I have. Let's let y'all salary stop in payroll. So y'all, let's bring an amendment from the floor that y'all don't get paid until we open up this parish 100%. What about that? You haven't thought about that. You didn't think about this guy losing everything he has, possibly. His employees, their employees getting put out of work. Myself, money that I put towards a parade to be a rider that I can't ride. So I ask, the question is that until a decision is made, until we open up 100%, let's cut y'all salaries. That's a question. Yep.
Okay, so this was right before my, and they didn't even say it was getting canceled or anything. They just scrapped it. And how I found out was when I asked at the end of the meeting, and you heard that, and just in a previous clip, that they just completely scrapped it. But let's go back to now, because I know I'm all over the place here. And I have a lot to talk about, and I want to get through this very quickly. So this is not a long video because I want people to watch this and not get bored. But let's watch this next part. Let me get back to. Oh, I know why. I have to go back. Let me X out of it real quick because I'm gonna have to start it over. I'm sorry.
Name and address for the record, please.
Let me zoom.
Stating that Jefferson Parish.
Let me be very clear. Unnecessary.
Yes.
Okay, so this is where we started with the unnecessary banter. So I want you to listen to this here because we're at 27 minutes into this, and I want to hurry up through this. So watch this.
That are untoward.
No.
Yes, it were.
No.
It were. It was harassment.
No, it wasn't.
It was unnecessary banter when, in fact, we only said get one location.
Right, but I want to multiple because the location I had.
And so let him just address your concerns, please. And so I just.
I mean, what does that sound like? Now, according to this document, that's not his job to approve it, but his job was to bring it to the floor. So what he's just saying is he didn't have to follow the Constitution. He's just stated there that he does not have to follow the Constitution. because I didn't ask him to approve it. I asked him to bring it to the floor, and the council's job was to approve it. Let's finish. Let's finish this.
Here, we tried to work with you, and now you're saying you're going to bring in an attorney to get the other locations, right?
Well, we're working on it.
Okay, you're working on it. I mean, it seems that you're not gracious to the mere fact that we've allowed you to get one.
Okay, yeah, I love this part. I'm not gracious to the mere fact. Guys, come on, that makes me laugh every time I hear that. I'm not gracious to the mere fact that we've allowed you. What he means by that is that he and his staff, not the council, him, because he's the king and he says what he can do. Because right before that, when I was meeting with his staff, his actual aide Calvin told me that he was going to sign off on a location, and this is the only location he was allowing me to get. His aide told me that. So this is he's going to allow me. Byron Lee allow me. Not the council, but Byron Lee. Let's finish it up.
You've attempted to get permits in other locations.
Who are you to allow me? Who are you to allow me?
Okay, so I want you to hear that. I'm going to rewind this again because I want you to hear what I just said.
Who are you to allow me? Who are you to allow me?
Okay, I'll tell you what. I like to revisit that resolution.
Number 43.
Number 43. I'd like to cancel it.
All right, we'll see you in court.
Okay, so now what just happened here was he took revenge. Now I want to stop here because now what I need to do is I want to play this other clip. Let me pull this other clip here out. I have to get to it real quick. Clip number, where are you at? I have to find it. I think this may be it. Is this it? No, that's not it. That's of my old candy store. You have to see this, guys. You really need to see this, and I need to find it. This is the most important clip here. Where is it? It's in here somewhere. 2, 1. No. Let me go into it. I'll find it this way. In my downloads. Quick access. Well, downloads here. I want you to see this. I'm sorry it's taking so long. Here it is. I think this is it.
The regular consent agenda. Now to the rest of consent agenda 1, items number 24 through 54, minus item 55, which will be deferred.
Okay, items number 21 through 54 minus item number 55. I'm item number 43, so I'm in there.
Can be adopted in globo. Councilman Templer. No. Any objection to the adoption of consent agenda items number 24 through 54, minus item 55, which will be deferred to February 24th, 2021. The rest will be adopted in.
So 24 to 54 was adopted in global. That means they were all passed. So this was earlier in the meeting. They passed it. Now let's go back because now I need to get out of that and go back to this clip. I wanted you to hear that, that part. So they passed it. And then Byron Lee then in turn does this.
Name and address for the record, please.
Thank you.
And I continue to be Mr. Cangelosi.
Madam Clerk, we can go back to item 43.
Let me get back to that.
All right, we'll see you in court.
For 43.
Number 40. I tell you what.
This is what he does.
I like to revisit that resolution.
Number 43.
Number 43. I'd like to cancel it.
All right, we'll see you in court.
Fine with me.
Thank you. And I am coming after you as malice. So get your own attorneys, not my tax-paying attorney. Thank you.
See, he laughed at it because he thinks it's a joke. Everything is a joke to this man. I mean, this man, the only joke is Byron Lee. But
We can go back to item 43 then.
so now let me stop here because I want to read this here. Now this is Robert's Rules of Order. Robert's Rules of Order states when passed, the motion cannot be reintroduced at the meeting. It may be brought up again at a later date. This is made as a motion. So what happened here is now they took the motion and in the same meeting they reintroduced it to reject it after they passed it. According to Robert's Rules of Order, which they follow by, they can't do that. They violated my civil rights. Now, did you see an opportunity for me to speak here? Because they interrupted me after I said, after he rejected this, I don't get an opportunity to speak. When he asks if anyone has any comments or wants to, that's talking about the council, not anyone from the audience.
At 5346 Lepanto Boulevard, Aurora, Louisiana, 772, for the sole purpose of selling Valentine's Day gift sets, baskets, teddy bears, and other Valentine's Day related merchandise at the above named location on February 12, 21 through February 14, 2021.
Do we have to, just for the record,
Now,
spent a considerable amount of time.
Now he feels the need that he has to explain himself. Now watch a stooge in the back, his little parrot he has in the back that has to she has to whisper everything to him. Watch this.
Reviewing the location that we accepted. We've worked with the administration to help Mr. Cangelosi to get this matter resolved.
Now she's telling him what to say. Now this woman here fought me. This woman right here, you can't see her face. She fought me tooth and nail. She caught attitude with me. She was very nasty with me because she didn't like that the idea that I was asking them for a permit. How dare me bother them and make me do their job. This was the attitude I got from her. So finish this up here.
Were in many times badgered, and I continue to be steadfast in that desire.
I mean, she can't wait to whisper stuff in her ear.
His location, and so we did everything that was within our power to accommodate him. We did everything possible to ensure, even made some exceptions.
Okay, so which that was all a lie, but they made exceptions. Keyword. What exceptions? Because I've asked this at the next council meeting. I still to this day have never gotten an answer of the exceptions that was made for me to get this. Never. Would like to know what exceptions were, but yet these exceptions were not made. There were no exceptions made. The only exceptions was made. See this woman here? Well, she fought me tooth and nail. See that face there? Take that face. Take a picture of that face. Might break your screen or your camera, but this woman fought me tooth and nail because she didn't like the idea that I contacted their office and asked them to help me as a citizen. See, they want to help who they want to help. And if you are in their favor, they'll help you with no problem. They'll give you everything you need. But if I'm not in their class or the group of people they like, they're not going to fight you. And I wasn't in that group of people. Continue watching us.
For him because certainly I want to see vendors do business, but we're not going to.
He wants to see vendors who he likes, vendors who butter his pockets, vendors who help him, not vendors who are citizens and who wants to, who lives in this parish, who lives in his district, who pays taxes in this district. None of that. This is because if he really wanted to see me do business, he wouldn't have took revenge. What he would have said was, you know what? You got your permit. Sorry, you didn't get your other ones. So be it. Move forward. And the whole "so be it." Listen to what he says because he loves that word. So be it.
To be badgered, and after I put it on this on the agenda to allow that location, okay,
just listen to the anger.
That's not good enough, and that it appears to me that there's nothing that we can do to satisfy him. And so here's what what I'm going to do. I'm going to move to cancel that resolution. And whatever takes place after that, so be it.
So whatever takes place after that, so be it. So he don't care that it's going to cost the parish, because in his mind, it's not costing him any money. But because he did this out of malice, he took revenge because he didn't like what I said. He not only, qualified immunity no longer qualifies for him. He's no longer immune because what he did this. Basically, this was a willful intent that he did this. He willfully went in there and revoked that because he did not like what I said.
Do we need to revisit the public hearing for the cancellation or just move?
So, guys, share this video. It's a little over 40 minutes. Please bear with this. I'm sorry it took a little bit longer than what I expected it to take. I should have been a little bit more prepared for you guys to watch this. And, I want to see this video go viral. I just don't want to see this happen to anyone else again. I don't want to see no citizen ever deal what I went through again. And this is not just about me. This is about people in this parish and this guy taking revenge against citizens. And I just don't want to see that again. So thank you very much. Thanks for this time. God bless.